you ready to destroy that narcissist in court, destroy their defense, and use the art of cross-examination to trap them? I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a trial lawyer. I'm also an expert on how to trap narcissists. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell, because every day I'm here giving you tidbits and tools and tactics on how to take your power back from narcissists and also stand in your power and put them in your rearview mirror so that you can live free forever. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic. It's how to get your power back in the courtroom. Strategies to destroy their defense and trap them using the art of cross-examination in court. Cross-examining a narcissist can feel like you're kind of getting a hold of a fish and then they're slithering out of your hand, right? Or walking through a minefield. They're manipulative tactics. They're just as alive in the courtroom as they are in life. The need for control is on high alert. And so it can be very, very challenging. And they can seem very, very charming, just like they are in life, right? So they're smiling away and it can feel very frustrating. But fear not, with the right strategies, you can turn the tables and reclaim control for yourself. So I'm going to share the proven techniques that you can use to reclaim your control and control the narrative here in any kind of high stakes situation in the courtroom. These tips can be game changers for yourself or for your attorney or whoever it is that's going to be doing the cross-examining. So here's the thing. Preparation is key. You don't start when you're standing in the courtroom. This starts with your documentation. This starts long before. You've got to know the history. You've got to know everything ahead of time. And this is not your lawyer's job. This is your job to organize it, to have it ready. Because when they're saying things on direct examination and the lies are flying out of their mouths, your lawyer is going to look over to you and say, is this true? What are they saying? And you got to be ready to refute it even ahead of time. Go, they're probably going to say this, they're probably going to say that. And you've got to be the one to have the summaries ready, to have the documentation ready, to have it all gathered and organized and anticipate what they're possibly going to say, what their possible responses are going to be. Narcissists love to twist facts. They love to play the victim. So having concrete evidence and a clear timeline will help you. It'll help you stay grounded and it will help you refute what they're going to say, especially if you've got something that's different than what they've said. So if they claim that they've always been financially responsible, and then you've got all kinds of summaries that show all the times that they didn't pay you on time, and you've got a summary that shows that, that's great. Or you've got documented proof that they didn't pay all these other bills on time, that's even better. So reckless spending, presenting this evidence systematically will undermine their credibility. So if they've claimed in court documents that they've been the primary caregiver for the children, and you can show how many days that they've been with you, and you've been documenting that all along, there you go. You can refute what they're saying. You've got detailed logs. If you can systematically dismantle their narrative, proving that they were not as involved as they claim, that's how you can be prepared and at the ready. Your documentation has to start long before they're sitting on that stand. And it's up to you, not your lawyer. You've got to be able to hand it over to your lawyer and be ready. Controlling the narrative is the next one. And the narcissists thrive on control and attention. And during cross-examination, the questions have to stay very pointed, very direct, and closed-ended to be able to limit their ability to ramble or focus. So this is where you use leading questions. You're not allowed to lead on direct examination, but you can lead on cross-examination. So instead of saying things like, can you explain your financial habits? You say, isn't it true that you spent $5,000 on a non-essential item last month despite claiming financial hardship? You have to give them yes or no questions. So they have to say yes or they have to say no. In a divorce proceeding, if a narcissist is claiming they can't afford alimony payments, but you have receipts showing that they spent X amount on a big vacation and luxury items, you can ask a very direct question. But it says here on your credit card, isn't it true that you spent $10,000 on a vacation to the Bahamas, last month or whatever it is, or you spent $10,000 on a new Louis Vuitton bag or whatever it is. This type of questioning forces them to answer the question and address the inconsistency directly and directly undercutting their credibility. Does this make sense? Give me a yes in the comments if this makes sense. Very important that you stay calm, cool, and collected during this process, because if they're saying things that aren't true and your lawyer's doing the questioning, you can't make faces. You can't go, it's a liar, whatever. You can't do any of that. You just have to stay calm, cool, and collected. So if they're saying things like that you're emotionally unstable or you're an abuser, you can't make a face, you can't say things. The issue at hand is whatever it is. If they say, oh, my personal life isn't relevant, or I wasn't sleeping with this person or whatever, you can't say anything. You let your lawyer handle it, or you let the judge handle it, or whatever. You cannot make a face or do anything. You just need to sit there. The next thing is exposing inconsistencies. And again, this is where your documentation ahead of time is so critical. Start with getting my free Crush My Negotiation Prep playbook at winmynegotiation.com. So important to get started with that. I'm going to show you how to do that in my Slate program, but you can start off by getting the free version. It's 15 pages. It'll show you what to do. Highlight inconsistencies with your summaries, with their statements, the things that they're doing when they don't show up, when they don't pay, all the different times that they've said that they were going to do something, they didn't say they were going to do something. Point out the discrepancies. If they previously testified that they were out of town on a specific date, but later claimed they were present at an event in the same city, bring up both statements to expose the contradiction. During the deposition, they might have stated they were in a different city on business at a specific date. And then during trial, they said they were in a family event. Can you explain how you were in two places at two different times? Expose inconsistencies. The next thing is utilizing expert witnesses. Having expert witnesses can definitely bolster your case against a narcissist. Professionals are neutral. They're not for you. They're not for them. Oh, I observed this person and this was my observation of this person. Especially if it's a custody matter, you can get a custody evaluator involved, but you can definitely do this with a financial expert as well, looking at spending, lifestyle expert, income analysis. You can look at this for business valuations, all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be a divorce situation. It could be a business partnership, all sorts of reasons that experts get involved. They provide objective insights and counter the narcissist's distorted version of reality. And judges often do rely heavily on expert witnesses. They're sort of like become the eyeballs for the judge. Forensic accountants can testify about a narcissist's financial misdeeds or money that's missing, all sorts of things. Limiting their grandstanding. Narcissists love to make grandiose statements, turn the focus onto themselves. They love to go into these long diatribes about things, long narratives about things. It is going to be your job, if you're representing yourself, or your lawyer's job, to make sure to cut them off and say, please just answer the question. That's where you go back to only allowing them to know the answer to the question that they're going to ask, and then make sure that it's only a yes or no question or a very short answer. Don't allow them to elaborate on long things. On the night of January 10th, isn't it true that you were at the pizza place on 10th and Main? Did you or did you not send threatening messages to the plaintiff that said this? Make sure that exactly what the answer is going to be. If they try to paint a picture of themselves as something different, then you can refute it, because you know what the answer of to the question is going to be. Make sure you're focusing on facts, not feelings. That's the next thing. They try to manipulate emotions to sway the court. They try to evoke sympathy. Oh, they did this to me and I was the victim. You want to focus on the facts, because you don't want the court to go down this narrative that they want them to go down. So again, I can't stress it enough. You have to document everything. And if you need additional support, make sure that you join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And if you don't have a therapist, I have a sponsor on this channel, which is BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to get the help and support that you need, because you don't want to be isolated on this thing. We receive commissions on it. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Just get the help and support that you need. We don't recommend services that we don't trust. We just want you to have help and support that you need. So, keep meticulous records of all interactions, transactions, communications with the narcissist. The documentation is invaluable during cross-examination. So if they're denying, making threatening statements, having printed or timestamped text messages, they show otherwise and contradict their claims and undermine their credibility. So I would love to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with a narcissist in court? Narcissists love to hear themselves talk. Don't allow them to do that. Shut them down. Shut down these long-winded liars. Use these strategies to destroy the narcissist defense. Trap them, then you will be able to win your case. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you have liked this video. Make sure you share it so that other people can get insight to this information who needs it. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that now. Subscribe and hit that bell. Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses, through their digital products, at the touch of a button, on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me. At shop.rebeccazung.com, you can access your store from all over the world, just the touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place, and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife. The next video that I want you to watch is the one crucial truth every judge misses about narcissistic abuse, and how to get them to see it so that you can win. That's the next video that I want you to watch. But before you go, remember that together we can slay the bully and reclaim our power. I say slay the bully because that's the name of my book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. But stay strong, stay empowered, and remember, you are not alone. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you in that next video.